Happy morning, I'm Paige, and this is the Happy Kitchen, where anyone can be a great cook. Today I'm going to show you my gluten-free ramen recipe that I make regularly for lunch. It's pretty simple and easy, and then I also will change it up and do different variations of this, and I'll show you how I do that too. Let's get started. I'm going to turn my pot over medium, just below medium, like a medium-low. Then I'm going to cut up. This is a smaller one, but I'm going to use about a half of a sweet onion. A yellow onion would work as well. Now that my pan has started heating up, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of avocado oil. I'm going to let that heat up. Alright, I let the onions get a little bit soft first, and then I throw in some broccoli slaw. The broccoli slaw makes it really nice and simple. Add a few extra veggies in without actually having to do any extra work or any extra chopping. You can make this recipe as simple or as complicated as you'd like. At this point, if you wanted to and you had some garlic and fresh ginger, you could chop that up and add that in. Every now and then I will, but for the most part I just keep it simple. At this point you're going to season. I'm going to add some garlic. A little bit of turmeric. And then I like to do some curry. It's up to you if you want to make it curry or not. You can switch up your seasonings and flavors and everything to whatever you'd like. I'm going to get a little bit of water heating up. Alright, at this point, the bottom of my pan is starting to get a little bit browned. So I'm going to deglaze. I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of gluten-free soy sauce. I've got the Bragg's liquid aminos. And I'm also going to do about 3 tablespoons of the coconut aminos. Maybe 2 to 3. Depends on how I'm feeling that day. Alright, I've been letting this simmer for just a second. And then I'm going to add in just a little bit of the veggie Better Than Bouillon. Now, I've had people comment that the Better Than Bouillon is not certified gluten-free, so if you are celiac, I would recommend either making sure that you can have this. I have been gluten-free for many years and it's never bothered me, but it doesn't have a gluten-free certification. So if this does bother you because you're celiac, you can use just a little bit of veggie broth instead. Or you can omit altogether. The soy sauce and the coconut aminos would be plenty. So I've got maybe not a full tablespoon, maybe about a half a tablespoon. This is another ingredient that I will use on occasion to change up my flavors. It is another one that is not certified gluten-free. It is the Trader Joe's gochujang, and it does say may contain soy and wheat. However, it's the only gochujang that I've found that does not just outright contain wheat, and it hasn't ever bothered me. I get migraines, and that's why I'm gluten-free. So if you're gluten-free by choice and not out of 100% necessity because you're celiac, this is a really great option. I'm going to do about a teaspoon. Alright, at this point, my water is getting nice and hot over here, and the reason why I do that is so that it doesn't take down the temp of my pot, and it's a little bit faster that way. And I'm going to stir with my spoon, get all the extra off of here. At this point, you're going to add in your rice noodles. I have a few different kinds that I buy. The ones from Costco are my favorite. I'll insert a picture here because I'm out. But I also really enjoy this brand. I get it from Sprouts. And this is the closest to like an actual ramen style. The packets are just a little bit small, so I get a little bit, you don't get as full with these packets. The ones from Costco feel like I'll put 2 packets in of the ramen, and I get a little bit fuller, and they're a little bit cheaper. These ones are a little bit more pricey, but these will give you the like ramen feel if you're really looking for that. The other brand of rice noodles that I buy are these ones, and they're a really thin My Fun style noodle, and these are really, really good too, and they give a totally different feel to this dish. I like to change up my noodles every few days because I make this for lunch pretty regularly. It does take a minute on the stove, but it's really hands-off, and so I'll be like cleaning the kitchen or hanging out with my daughter while I'm cooking this here. At this point, whatever rice noodles you're using, you're just going to cook them according to the instructions on the package. I don't like to go too heavy on my broth. If you do, you can add more water. But because I don't want too much broth, what I do is I put my noodles in for a minute, and then I flip it over, and then I pull it apart, and that's how I cook it. I always just use whatever kind of meat I have left over in my fridge. So sometimes like yesterday I had tri-tip left over, and so I cut that up and I actually cooked that with my onions because I wanted it to get like a little bit of sear on it. And then today I have shredded chicken left over, and so I'm going to throw that in at the very end because I don't want it to cook a whole lot. I'm just going to heat it up at the very end. And so depending on what kind of meat you have left over, if you would like to add that, you can. There you have it. This is my super simple gluten-free ramen. You can change it up however you'd like. I change it up pretty frequently. I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy day.